Level up, level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see.
What's going on, people? Fam Entertainment here from LV1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 212. This is the Double XP podcast. Listen, there will be no Black Panther slander today, this week, this month, the next few months. All right. No slander involved. Rockstar decided, hey, we're gonna go and tease them a little bit and show them what's next, and not nothing that involves GTA 5. Thank God. And a highly anticipated remake of a game that's on a new platform that was once on an old platform is delayed, but damn near canceled. And more to talk about. But first, let's go into introductions per usual. The man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
Hey y'all. I ain't really got much to say because KOTOR news got me sad, so I'm just gonna drink this beer.
Wah, wah, wah. Next up, my right hand, man, the floor hogger with the hardest and ratedest R's. Ratedest is the new word of the week.
Ratedest. Yeah. That's like saying I had to edit that. I edited it.
I edited it.
Yeah. What is up?
I failed it down.
I failed it down.
That too as well. We'll do it.
I love you guys. And we're back with the boys to cause more chaos, mayhem. Be a little sad, be a little happy, and just enjoy this fine Saturday at our new time. So rock with us for a bit.
Indeed. It's all happiness and joy today. Next up, the number one reviewer at LV1Gaming.com. He gets all the big games because he spends all the big money. Chocolate 88, what's going on, brother?
I am very busy. I gotta run through 2 long ass games. Like I signed up for too much, but you know what? It's a good problem to have.
How did that happen? I know the one game.
Yeah, but I'm doing something for Ready Press Play, so it's like I gotta
double dipping, huh?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah, I gotta. It's not even like a big secret. I just said it.
Just hoeing yourself out, huh?
Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima, man. I gotta run through that shit, and then I gotta run through the other game. I'm like, oh shit. It's like, damn. You know what?
We can say it's. I can't pronounce it. Pronounce the game. Okay. Is it Thesmia? Thesmia?
Yeah, I think so.
Thesmia?
Amasia? I can't. I don't know. But LV1 Gaming is reviewing that title. If you are a Souls fan, definitely want to check out this review. Next up, Thymesia. Next up, if your emails is popping, your DMs are full, that's because the communication director at LV1Gaming.com trying to get a hold of you, baby. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
You know, getting your emails responded to is a good thing. You know, Black Panther is in the air. It's back. I love trailers, so seeing the Black Panther trailer was like off the charts. I've had a game glitch out on me right at the end though, so that's been a negative. Shadowrun, Hong Kong, literally the last mission glitched to a point to where I cannot progress, and I refuse to start over. So in my heart of hearts, I beat the game.
You didn't.
Yeah. First off, you're playing the never-ending spiral that is the Avengers, but we're gonna move on.
Speaking of about games that glitched, yeah, you play Avengers at the end. Remember when we tried to do the Black Panther DLC the first time? It happened twice, and we
T'Challa was doing the electric slide, and then
but I finished it.
Thor's moves.
I rolled credits on that DLC, unlike Baron, which means he didn't complete it. That's facts. And it sounds like operator error on top of that.
I don't know. Wow. Does Baron ever complete?
Quit spilling soda on your Xbox, and maybe them games will complete.
Oh my god. Snips out here laying burns and nobody's hearing.
Does Baron complete games? I feel like he just jumps from one game to the next and like halfway out.
You know what? Let's go ahead and start the rumor.
No, this is a very true thing. This is why I never recommend people play games. Like, I don't like playing multiplayer games with people. And even the multiplayer games I play, I tend to play by myself because I'm gonna just drop it. I'll totally walk away from a game.
Like, New World.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking.
Well, just to be fair, a lot of those games don't really have an end, so
that's my problem. I play a lot of games that don't end, and then you'll mix in like the story ones, and then I'll end up jumping back in. Like I've been playing Battlefield for some reason.
Again?
Don't ask.
Still?
Don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. I've been shot through walls and
Damn, Baron.
spawn killed like nobody's business, and then the buildings don't blow up even after blowing them up. But I'm still there. And this is not about me.
Even I
We're
haven't
here to
fired up
talk about
Anthem in like 4 months.
that I don't believe, but you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and accept that truth because you said it, and that's
I
all I can do is
haven't.
take you in your word.
For those
I
who
can-
are watching, do me a big favor. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Hooks. My bad.
No. What's up, Fame? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna let everybody know if you are watching. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Share the stream and let people know we are live. We're gonna jump right to the first topic since Baron brought up the Avengers game and how awesome it is. We're gonna talk about one of the characters from that game is apparently getting their own game, according to a friend of the show, Jeff Grubb. After the Wakanda Forever trailer was released, he said, "Man, wait till I hear about the game." And the following day, he broke the news that EA is publishing a game. And it's from Monolith, former Monolith productions team. Was a Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War team. So, got me. I would love to see if they're able to use the Nemesis system. I doubt it, but it'll be dope. But so this is what we're hearing about this game. It is a AAA RPG. You take up the mantle of Black Panther after the death of the previous Black Panther. I got a couple of issues with that, but a couple of things I think they're bright points. Number one, you hear EA, you automatically get like a knot in your stomach, right? But then you think about the last Star Wars game they made. You're like, okay, not made, was published or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like, well, Respawn did it, right? You're like, okay, maybe they do understand the value of a single player game. There's no art, there's no multiplayer elements. So that gets me excited that the previous Star Wars game, I'm drawing a blank here, help me out.
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, thank you. That gives me hope. Things that make me following the. So are we gonna just keep doing this T'Challa's dead thing? Like, I get that they're doing it in the movie. They're gonna kill him off in the movie, right? Why are we doing this in the game? No need to do that. So that's number one. Number two, it says, and this is vague, but it's saying you step into the role as Black Panther. If it's a damn creative character, and I don't want to see Ryan Gosling. I do not want to see Ryan Gosling type characters as Black Panther. If it's a creative character, the skin shade stops with mine. It's as light as you get.
I can't stand.
Okay.
It's as far as it goes.
I almost said the
It's as light as it gets.
I almost broke character. Hey,
my
I'm
God.
we almost.
I'm not
went
hearing
there.
it, bro.
was you.
And
glad it was you
trust
that
me,
said it.
I am okay. Like, there's rumors that John Carlos Esposito may be Professor X, right? I'm okay with stuff like that, unless the character's identity is important because of their background. And Black Panther can't look like Ryan Gosling. I'm just being honest. That can't happen. But I'm gonna let the panel go with your thoughts, excitements, gut checks about this Black Panther AAA RPG. And B, I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
It's the French laugh.
Oh, remember when what was it? Keenan would be in the tub on
The chocolate
Oh,
is full of chocolate.
Hey, oh man, might have to do that. No, but check this out. So this is gonna be bad. I don't see it going over very well. If Respawn was making this, I would have nothing to say. If Respawn was heading it, I would have no debate.
But it's a whole
What
new
was the-
team.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow of Mordor wasn't bad. I could see that combat working. If it's team, so Monolith is making it, or is it?
It's
people from Monolith? 'Cause
it's
I
a
didn't
new
read up.
team. It's a new team.
Mhm.
So apparently, it's a new studio that is compiled of members from people who did Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War.
Because
The former Monolith developers.
Yeah, because my main worry was like, are they going to be able to handle making a not necessarily grounded, but a grounded melee focused superhero game?
And it's
'Cause most
open world. not linear.
That's what I'm saying. Most superhero games that we get, there's always a heavy ranged element to it. I mean, hell, even in the Marvel's Avengers, every character has an extreme, even a whole tree dedicated to ranged attacks. I mean, down to the Hulk. So I was just kind of worried about that. Like, how are they gonna? But if it's the team that made up Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, I'm not as worried because that game, the combat was fun. I could see it being a Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight-esque type situation. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I just think not to jump back in it, but you're about to be under so much pressure with this game because this movie is about to have all time. Now, this game is probably 4 years away.
Yeah.
But that may be the next time we get anything Black Panther related after Wakanda Forever. So you're still gonna have, you can't screw this up, and I'm just weary of a new team putting this game together. But I'm gonna go ahead with you, Chakalaka.
So I have my first initial reaction about like a creative character and stuff like that. I was thinking to myself like, why? But then I realized.
Well, it's not a creative character. It's just because
yeah.
the wording is saying is you take
You're
over
yeah,
the mantle
that's
after
painful.
Black Panther died. So when I hear you, I'm like, oh, you gonna let me create a? That's what it sounds like to
Yeah.
me. I could be wrong.
Well, either way, it's not. If it's not T'Challa, like my understanding, like if it's not T'Challa, then it's probably a situation where they don't want to adapt or like make an adaptation of T'Challa. You don't want to ruin the character, so why set yourself up like that? It always kind of seems like you're just sort of backing away from that. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like trying to play it safe kind of thing, and doing so it's just gonna piss people off.
Oh,
That's
why
what
though? Why are we so afraid? Like you make Spider-Man, you got Peter Parker. I'm sure the X-Men game is gonna be Logan. Why are we? Are they really doing this because of Chadwick? Because I love Chadwick. Don't get me wrong, and I respect what they did in Wakanda, what they're doing in Wakanda. But in the game though, like that's like, all right, yeah, time to take them out of the comic books next. Like I'm just really worried about what precedence that's setting.
I'm gonna tell you. I really believe it's because they don't, a lot of folks, especially when it comes to the higher end, it seems like they don't catch nuance. It seems like nuance goes completely out the window. So all they're seeing on social media, like let's say everything's based on numbers and trends. All they're seeing is the hurt from the community of Chadwick being gone, the emotion that folks are having with realizing Chadwick's not going to be Black Panther. Even within the movie, they're showing that he's not at all in any way, shape, or form going to be there. So now I'm sitting in a room full of folks who probably don't have too many Black people in their life, sitting there talking about we're going to make a Black Panther game. The last thing I want to do is step on toes and put T'Challa as the character you're going to be playing as. That I think it's something along, like I could see it innocently being that and nothing more than that.
I agree.
That's a great point, actually. I didn't even think of that, Baron.
I mean, if it's based on trends and what you see, I wouldn't want to be the guy to pitch, hey, let's just keep it as T'Challa. Like, I'm not going to be that guy.
Dallas in the chat, if they don't look like me, throw the game away.
Who's gonna tell me wrong?
I'm not.
You know.
I'm not gonna say it.
That's like I look at like
an issue. No,
no,
not at all. You
to me, because if you play the Marvel's Avengers, voice actor is voice actor from God of War. Give me his name.
Christopher Judge.
Oh, really? From Stargate?
I know from God of War.
Isn't it Christopher Judge?
You mean
Teal'c? You mean Teal'c?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Help me out here.
Yeah. Are you talking about that dude, or are you talking about the guy from Living Single?
Kratos is Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge.
But I was gonna say I know his character names. I don't know his actual name.
I'm glad somebody else watched Stargate here.
Thank you, Chris Judge. He
Stargate
does the voice in Avengers game and he kills it. So I don't think voice acting gonna be a problem because I think because of the movie and then because of What If, because Chadwick did an amazing job in What If, voicing pretty much his own character when he was Star Lord. I think Chris Judge, I wouldn't mind if they reached out to him and said, "Hey, you did such a great job in Avengers game. Let's just bring you over here and let's do it again." I think that'd be dope as hell. I don't think the voice acting is gonna be the issue because you can get another black character that can do a African accent.
What is your thoughts, Fame? I want to hear your thoughts on what happened with Uncharted 4. Do you know about that little mini controversy with Uncharted
Oh,
4?
that was pretty big within the black community.
Yeah,
All grown out being black.
Laura Bailey played Nadine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she recently apologized for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I had no idea.
I don't think that was such a big character to where I would care.
Yeah.
She was
I
a
know
good
there's been a
character,
wave.
yeah.
There's been a wave of characters, people not doing like Apu from The Simpsons. What's his
yeah.
name from Family Guy? He had his own show, Cleveland. His voice character, he quit. I don't care. I just don't want Ryan Gosling voicing Black Panther in the next damn game. That's where I'm gonna draw an issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need him saying, "Oh, do you know their way?" I don't need him doing that, bro. Like, I don't need him doing that, bro. We gonna fight.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. The meme's about to be wild with this game if there's a character creator.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
oh, bro, if they could get Dave Chappelle to do Black Panther's in-game voice, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, and the What If, that's him. That's Chadwick. Chadwick did that.
Yeah, that was the last
He
thing.
said
that
I
was
got
his
voice down
last-
right. That was Chadwick. That's the last thing he did.
That's
Yeah.
why we all cried during that episode. And don't tell me,
Oh yeah.
no matter who you
Once
were.
you heard his voice, it was like, oh crap, here we go.
And then was it the beginning or the end to our dear friend Chadwick as something at the end? I was like, oh.
And the tears ain't over. 11/11. I already got my fit bought. I don't want to dive too deep into that because that might be a topic for Take Two tomorrow. My fit is already bought. I'm ready to go for 11/11. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. But Snips, I'm gonna give you the last word, man. Black Panther game, EA, Monolith Studios. Your thoughts?
I have concerns. I don't mind so much that they're giving it to a newer group instead of Respawn. Because my worry with Respawn, if they would have given it to them, is they're coming off the big success of Fallen Order. And I don't mean that in terms of sales numbers. I have no idea what numbers it did or anything, but it was very well received, right? So you should take that as a dub. Respawn, you made a great game. I've played it. I enjoy it. It's kicking my buns. So I'm taking forever to play it. But I feel like whenever a studio has success like that or a developer has success like that, your next game, even if it's not related to that previous title at all, you have too big of an urge to recycle a lot of elements or systems that you had in that previous game because you're like, they liked this, it worked. And you have that insurmountable pressure always crushing down on you to make a good game or else you're crap and the internet's going to rip you to pieces every day. So I don't want, and I feel like people run into this problem with cooking. Like if you know somebody who no matter what they cook, they're using salt, pepper, cayenne, garlic powder, onion powder, everything tastes the same. I don't want my games to be everything tastes the same. I want things to play differently and feel differently. So I don't mind them giving it to a new studio. Their track record seems pretty good. Those Mordor games were pretty cool. So I think there's a lot of potential there. Kind of like what Baron was saying, my real concern comes from I hate this whole idea that T'Challa has to go with Chadwick. He played the character amazingly well. He was an incredible fit for it. But that character existed before him, and its cultural significance and impact is larger than him. And I think he would reverberate that if he were able to. So I hate that, and I feel like the reason it's going that route is because, like Baron said, upper management and executive leadership in a lot of these places tends to be a lot of crusty old white folk. who pay no attention to culture, pay no attention to anything else outside their little bubble. All they really care about is money. And when they see numbers talking about, man, we really miss Chadwick, they think they're being respectful by like letting the character go with him.
Yep.
And I just don't think that's the right way to go. I think keeping that character around would be much more significant and honor him more in that sense. And it wouldn't be that much of an issue, I don't think, if they had proven that they had no problem coming up with new original Black or people of color heroes or primary characters. And they suck at that. So because you can't do that, you need to at least flesh out and kind of and do better with what you have until you're able to start doing that. So to me, I'd like to see what I want to see is I want to see Black voices and I want to see voices of people in color all up in this studio. I want them touching every single part of this game. I want them being involved in every step of the way because this is their character. This should be their voice. They should get to make this game the way they want. And hopefully that will be the case. I'm just worried about crusty old white folk ruining things like they usually do for the sake of money, which they already have way too damn much of, but can't ever seem to stop making more anyway. So those are my concerns. As far as the studio,
I swear, every time he talks, I'm like, yeah, that goes on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like a
that's-
Holy crap.
that's it for me. Is I want to have faith in the people who are actually going to be making the game, and I hope leadership doesn't stand in their way from doing what I think could be something really awesome.
Yeah.
Little known fact, Chadwick actually applied for the role of Drax.
Oh, did he really?
That's who he
That's
went
funny.
for originally, for Drax. And it was like he did this thing like but he was way too like serious and stoic. But that made them remember him whenever the Black Panther project came. But he originally auditioned to be Drax. But of course, you guys know Drax is
Dave Bautista.
David Bautista.
Batista, but his character isn't like as well spoken and stoic like T'Challa. So
Yeah.
just a little known fact.
If we were like just to close it out, I just got to say like if Hollywood was really all about like respecting a character's legacy or whatever, they wouldn't have recasted the Joker with Heath Ledger died and stuff like that. He kept on going on and on and on and being adapted again and again. So it's like
I think the problem with that, I think the difference with that, not the problem, the difference is that we've had Jokers previous to Heath Ledger. We didn't have a Black Panther. Another little known fact, the Wesley Snipes actually tried to make a Black Panther movie after they did Blade, and he got turned down.
Interesting.
So he wanted to
would've
be the
fit.
original Black Panther.
It would have fit
interesting.
because around that time we had Blade, we had Spawn. It's
Yeah.
funny, we had more Black comic book characters back in the day, in the early mid 90s, than we do now. That's crazy. Even when you think about like the voice acting, you had Keith David with Gargoyles, Spawn, the animated series.
Yeah.
Like all of this was all Black folks. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we almost had a Wesley Snipes as the Black Panther. I'm gonna go over to the chat really quick before we go to the next topic. Shout out to the chat, man. I see y'all. Eddie Quest is in the building. Walter White, Don Dallas is in here. Hustle and motivate, who is always hustling and or motivating. Mr. Dosha is in the building. Shout out to you, Mr. Dosha. Yobi, Dragon Yobi's in the building. Rain G4 is in the house. I appreciate y'all. Mucho Cooch.
Sir.
Excuse me?
Mucho
It's
Chucho.
Mucho Coochie.
Shout out to you for coming through, bro. I saved myself. And Otaku Fix, man, I appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with us. If you're watching, do me a big favor.
This is the mic
Say it
thing.
again.
It's Mucho Chuco.
Mucho Chuco. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Y'all know I barely speak English.
Actually,
appreciate
sir,
that.
it's Chucho. There's a second H in there. Get wrecked.
Boom! You just got colonized. Bam! I can't. Shout out to y'all watching, man. Do me a big favor. Hit that like button if you haven't, man. We got 22 people watching. Let's run the numbers up, all right? Next goal, we want to get 30 people watching live, right? Hit the like button, share the stream out. Let's run these numbers up. Because we're switching topics there. We're talking GTA 6 because Rockstar decided to say, you know what? We're going to stop money whipping y'all with GTA 5. We're going to finally talk about GTA 6. So some of the details about this that we have been, that's been come out, is that the working title is Project Americas. The main location is a fictional version of Miami. Plus its surrounding
city.
areas. The game will evolve around. It will evolve over time, adding new cities. The game world is already large, more in
Lord.
what I
Keep
say.
going. No,
Oh,
you didn't
Keep
say
going.
the
anything.
game
Keep
is
going.
already bigger than the other GTA games, and one of the things that has certain people up in arms is that apparently the main protagonist will be a woman of color. With that being said, Hugger, who's as our resident GTA role play player, your thoughts on GTA 6 looking like it's finally a real thing and some of the details that we are aware of.
I mean, it's probably always been a thing for a very long time, but I don't know if I like the fact that they want to Ubisoft it and put more cities on, make it like an open world live thing. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't think they're hurting and they're in a hurry to make GTA 6. This was just like a yes, we acknowledge you peasants, and yes, this is in the works because GTA RP has gotten so popular, especially with the people that are playing like XQC, Shroud, and all them, that people are perfectly content to play GTA RP for the rest of time until, you know, GTA 6 is well into its long life before some of the mods come back that were in GTA 5. So they don't care. They really don't. And they're making money hand over fist, and they will keep. GTA 6 will be in its second year before GTA 5 online shuts down.
Mm.
Like, there's
Just
too
a-
much money they're making.
Just to know, this was a report from Bloomberg. Got to make sure you get credit where credit is due. And also, the Bloomberg report says this game is at least 2 years away minimum. So that's like it's
That's
it's
less
at
than I was
least 2
thinking.
years away. So if that's the case, that means we're probably about 4 years away because they need to come out with GTA 5 remake remaster that's coming out on the next iteration of Xbox and PlayStation
Yeah.
5, i.e. the Last of Us treatment. B, I'm
You
gonna
know-
switch over to you and your thoughts. Oh no, go ahead, Ux.
At least GTA will get more attention than Red Dead just did, because Red Dead Online is pretty much dead. It's gone. Only the community's keeping it together, but Rockstar said, we'll get to it when we're ready.
Going over to the chat, Hustle says Jossie is supposed to be Thelma and Louise inspired. I did not know that.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah, so I didn't know that. I didn't see it. That's dope. I mean, I'm looking forward to. I'm glad when things get mixed up a little bit. And
Hey.
yes, this is pretty much you getting that Vice City type vibes with it being in Miami. Go ahead, Snips.
I was gonna say, so female protagonist. Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
And she's not white. Let's go. Like, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're doing like the simplest thing in the world, and yet it never gets done. So, like, yay for you. Good. You're off to a good start with this. Because even like I was praising Fallen Order earlier, even Fallen Order came up with the most generic white looking protagonist ever. And it's like you literally got to make your own entirely unique story in the Star Wars universe. And you
Could've made
couldn't
an
get
alien.
like the most amazing thing about him is you made him a ginger instead of being like blonde or brown hair. Like, come on, man.
You know,
could've made him
social
alien.
media is already
So
social
tired.
media and YouTubers are already GTA 6 is woke, and you know so
Oh,
on and so
God.
forth. That process has already begun.
I hate that word so much.
You
It's
know,
so annoying.
it truly is. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think of course, you know, the whole thing of a female protagonist or them being of color like that's definitely not an issue at all. I just got a feeling this is going to be a really broken up experience. Like, I'm worried that we won't get a Grand Theft Auto full experience. I think they're going to try to merge what GTA Online was, because once again, it's a bunch of people sitting in a room who probably don't even play games, deciding what to check off and what should go and what shouldn't go, and they're going to base it solely off of what they see online and what they see, and in seeing in that's what has me worried. Like,
I want to highlight really quick. I want to highlight this comment really quickly, Snips. I'm gonna get to you. Walter White says, "Bro." And Walter White is our fellow. He's a writer at level1gaming.com. He's one of our favorite Puerto Ricans on the planet. He says, "Bro, I just hope if they do a Latino protagonist, they drop the stereotypical 'What's up, amigo?' and BS ways that part. People think we talk. You know what? I hope to get the full-blown Spanish convos. But what I'm hearing is one of their goals is to be less offensive to people of color. Go ahead, Snips.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, hope not just less offensive overall, because that's GTA. Like, if I walk down the street and people aren't randomly cussing me out, I'm not playing GTA.
That part.
But no,
less racially offensive.
Walter actually makes a very good point, and it's a shame that these protagonists that are people of color or are women or non-binary folks or whatever it may be, they're so rare, and then when they do actually make them, they have a tendency to do them completely horribly wrong, like with stupid stereotypes or like merging cultures that shouldn't really be merged. Like, it seems like every time they're like, oh, we're going to make a Latina character. So they pull elements from Mexican culture and Colombian culture and Argentinian culture and just mash them all together and be like, yes, this is a Latina. Like, no, you can't just, right? It's okay serious. For them to have a specific identity. It's like what they did with like America Chavez in the Multiverse of Madness movie. Like, they just completely were like, generic, nondescript Latina, because we want all Latin people to be able to relate to her. And it's like,
because she's supposed to be dark skinned.
That's stupid. Yeah. So that kind of crap drives me nuts. And yeah, it's like you don't identify her as Mexican, but then you put a sugar skull thing on her jacket. And it's like, that's a Mexican unique culture thing. Like, what? Yeah. I don't know. It's like the answers are all right there in front of their faces, and they just seem to ignore them most of the time. So that's troubling. So hopefully that doesn't happen with this game. But what I was going to say before was one thing that did interest me in the description was that they said there's going to be, I can't remember the exact phrasing, is like a larger focus or a greater amount of interior spaces. Because that was always one of the unfortunate things about GTA is like there's all these freaking buildings, but you can't get in any of them except for I can hold up the one Cluckin' Bell or something. So like that gets the like more of that would be cool. My only concern with that is I don't want them to focus so much on that I lose my crazy, I can just peel off at any moment and go do whatever the hell I want to do for 5 hours open worldness that makes GTA so great.
Oh, you mean like going around purposely getting 5 stars? Like,
or just like randomly, like, you know what? I know I have this mission to do, and it seems like it'll be a cool mission, but I'm going to ride a scooter in this direction for 2 hours straight and just like see what I come across. Like, that's one of the greatest things about GTA is you have that total control to just be like, at any moment, screw it, I'm just going to go do this random thing.
Three things. I'm going to be really quickly. Number one, there's an actual Cluckin' Bell you can go eat at.
Yeah.
Number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, if you're a female protagonist, how does prostitution work? Number three, shout out to the chat. Kids Move says GTA Saints Row Edition. Phantom Kraken says, like using the word cabron. I've never used it in the way video games and movies use it.
Yeah, they feel like it needs to go in every sentence.
Mm-hmm. Walter says you can be funny and edgy without antagonizing us. Mucho says, I'm not worried at all. Can anyone remember a bad Rockstar game? Because I can't, and I've played them all and loved them all. Go ahead,
I can give you one. GTA 5, the 4th iteration of it. But no. But when it came to its 3rd generation of console. But no, what I want, like seriously want from this Grand Theft Auto is a better law enforcement AI. Like, this is probably like,
thank you.
That's something that would I mean, of course, police brutality is horrible, but it can be quite funny in Grand Theft Auto. Imagine like a random street fight that does happen in the GTA world, but the cops actually properly respond to that without you having to be involved. Or like, because
If
we all
Cyberpunk
know as
couldn't
soon
do
as
it, they can't do it. Because remember, Cyberpunk was supposed to have that.
Yeah, well, Cyberpunk promised a lot of things it couldn't deliver on. Okay, so they literally wrote they hung their hat, and you can picture this literally if you want to. They hung their hat on the fact that they let you change the size of your willy. They're like, our work here is done.
We did it, guys.
On something superficial that had no impact in the game whatsoever. But it was like, you can pick a big willy or a small willy. We're creative geniuses.
And then it pops out of your clothes and gets you.
This is gonna sound bad, but
when you're T-posing on top of your car.
Oh,
I'm
and then
glad
it's just
that the
flapping as you're
problem.
like going on your motor.
Hold on. Go ahead, Hugs.
I'm glad that the problem. This is gonna sound awful. I'm glad the problem is that she is a woman of color, and not just a woman. Remember when Ubisoft themselves said women protagonists do not sell games? And then Assassin's Creed Syndicate came out, and it was probably one of the highest selling games. People love that you can play as Cassandra, Ivor, or whatever in these games. So I'm just glad that people are mad about.
So much better.
And that's such a stupid statement anyway, because I don't think male protagonists sell games either. Like the character itself could sell a game if it's a character with a large fan base and stuff, but I've never bought a game just because, yes, I can play as a dude. Like, it's the stupidest logic I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
And we act like Tomb Raider didn't carry like a whole 2 generations of games. Like,
what matters or not is whether or not your game is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I quite enjoy ReCore.
If it wasn't for Tomb Raider.
And Fame can probably agree with me on that. ReCore was actually a decent game. And it had a female protagonist.
ReCore needed a slightly bigger budget and more time to cook. And we would have got a, because it was not a bad game, but we would have got a much more fleshed out title if ReCore had a bigger budget.
You know what's scary about that phrase or that statement right there, Fame, is I feel like the number of games that we could apply that to just gets longer and longer every day.
I think a better I think an easier fix because I didn't even have any drive to play it. I think it just came out at a weird time. I think it was just a bad release window.
Yeah.
Like I think ReCore, if they reskinned it with something else and re-released it right now, it'd probably do great.
Dr. James Clevenger, we did get Baloy.
Yeah. And then Walt says we got 2 female protagonists in The Last of Us Part 2.
I get down with Abby.
True, and Clementine from the Walking Dead Telltale games.
Yep.
Clementine was cool, especially that you could make her your version of Clementine based on your decisions. Like mine was a cold-hearted badass. It was like I picked each game. It was like at first it was Lee. So Lee was my dude. I'd be like, he was the one person. I was like, I won't betray you. Everybody else is fair game. And then the little kid she ends up raising, he was like, you're my one dude. I was like, I don't care what you do. I got your back. Everybody else is fodder. Like they're meat. I don't care.
And then she aged. That was actually dope that they really aged her through. What was it? 4 of them?
4 seasons. 4 seasons.
Yeah, there you go.
I just think we need to continue. And I'm not saying blindly support stuff, right? But we got to continue to make sure we're out here so we can break down barriers of we don't think this would sell, right? We don't think, a black superhero movie would sell. Look what happened. A female or woman protagonist, we don't think that would sell. Shot her in those, right? I'm still worried about Forspoken. Only because I don't think they're going to market that game at all. We got a black woman of color. I don't think it's going to sell well because it's not going to be marketed.
It looks so cool, too.
And like the gamers are going to have to be the voices to push this game because Square Enix is not going to push this game. Just letting you know right now, they're not going to push this game. It's going to take it going viral on social media, on the TikToks and on the YouTube Shorts. People say, "Oh snap! What is that? When did that come out?" That's how a game like that's going to get popular. And the game looks good. Granted, it definitely got some frame rate issues going on, but as far as how the game looks, it looks freaking cool as hell. But I don't think it's gonna get the push from Square Enix because I don't think they care about games that aren't Japanese at this moment. Listen, we're gonna jump out to one more topic. Before we do that, if you guys are watching, do me a big favor. You guys are Senua, yes, because I love me some Hellblade. That is my game. That's my girl. Shout out to Mama. See the classic gaming guys in the building. I appreciate you, love. Do me a big favor if you guys watching, hit that like button and share the stream out. We're about to transition one more again and talk about the KOTOR remake. Now, you guys know Knights of the Old Republic was the game that came out on Microsoft's Xbox back in the day. A remake is coming out, and it's supposedly going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive for a minimum of 2 years. According to Bloomberg, back to Bloomberg again, this game has been delayed indefinitely. Right? A game that we do not have a release date for has been delayed indefinitely. Now, if it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. That sounds like canceled. Because
what was that dragon game that sounded just like this?
Scalebound, you know?
Yeah, this sounds like Scalebound.
Indefinitely. I.e., it was canceled.
This is Scalebound, bro.
It was canceled. So it was been done by Asper Media. That's the thing that was doing it. And they had a vertical slice of the demo back a little bit after it was announced. Huh?
This is Scalebound, the vertical slice demo.
No, this is worse because Scalebound was a new and original game, okay? This is legit. You had an amazing game as a template. All you had to do was remake it and not screw it up.
Yeah.
How hard could it, like, don't even just remaster it and it'll sell like crazy.
That is true.
So according to Jason Schreier, who I would love to get on this podcast one day, y'all tweet Jason Schreier and tell him to come on 2XP, right? According to him, Asper completed a vertical slice demo of the remake at the end of June to show its executives at Lucasfilm and Sony. The following week, art director James Miner and design director Brad Prince were both fired from the studio. Prince indicated on his LinkedIn page the termination was not expected, writing, "Things can change very fast in a day. I am no longer working at Spire and looking for work." The vertical slice essentially is a demo that extended to showcase all of the game's intended features in action, and that Monkey Island creator Ron Gilbert once called one of the dumbest things the game industry has ever come up with. So yes. If this motherfucker is quack quack, in my opinion, it's canceled. But I'm gonna start with you, Floor Hugger, KOTOR. Who the hell is Aspire Media? What have they done? What have they done?
Baron's doing the good old Google for us.
Oh yeah.
Because I am curious. The name sounds familiar, but I don't think it's the same company.
I think they handle a lot of ports because it looks like they ported KOTOR 2.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. Ports.
Republic,
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars Pod Racer. Yeah.
Yep. Myth Force. I don't know what that is. It looks cool. But
why were they trusted to remake this game?
Fame. A DLC studio was trusted with the latest version of Mass Effect Andromeda, or was trusted with the latest version of Mass Effect. BioWare Montreal. They made Mass Effect Andromeda and then they shut down.
Kind of cool.
That is true.
So if you trust, and they made a great DLC, which was Leviathan. If you can, sometimes you trust too much.
You know what this was? This was they had an IP that sells itself, and they thought they could cheaply get it done and make hand over fist profit without any serious effort or budget because of the IP alone.
And attaching PlayStation exclusivity, which being that alone is going to sell.
Here's what I don't know, because obviously we're probably never going to see this vertical slice thing, and we weren't involved in any of the process. I want to know if the people making the game actually had something good and leadership was just stupid, like leadership sometimes tends to be, and said, "Oh, but this isn't what I expected, so all of you get fired." Or if leadership was actually right and what they were making was crap. We'll never probably have the answer to that question. But again, like, I feel like they're trying to do too much with this. Like, you legitimately could just remaster this game frame for
Yep.
frame, everything the exact same. Just make it look new and pretty,
Yep.
and it will sell like crazy. I'll probably
Yep.
play it like 30 times in a row. I loved that game. You have something that's so solid, that's your foundation. What are you doing that's causing this catastrophic meltdown and forcing a rewipe? And now we're probably never going to see this damn thing.
So I want to address a comment from Dan, who's in the chat. Shout out to Dan. Dan's an awesome creator. He put a link in here from The Verge when The Last of Us 2 was delayed indefinitely. The title does say delayed indefinitely. However, it was due to COVID. And they said it was due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
This just seems like the game is trash and people don't know what they're doing. It's one thing you tell me, hey, our game's going to be delayed indefinitely due to a global pandemic. We're not going to bat an eye. We're going to say, okay, that's fine. We get it. What's their excuse?
So my initial reading of the situation could be like a Metroid Prime 4 situation where they're gonna restart development, but with the new
Game's not
studio.
real.
But I'm saying, like, there's a possibility that that they can just start over again. It's not canceled. It's not even officially delayed. This is a leak. I mean, I'm not.
Neither
I
was Scalebound.
guess this is a little bit damage control, but either way,
Bloomberg don't just do random leaks. Like
That's-
it'd be different if this was like, no disrespect to any of the other sources, but this is Bloomberg. Like this there's some validity to this. This game is gone, bro.
also
If we're in 2020 again with the unless they're saying we can't make games because of the pox, the new thing going around, then okay. But you're telling me that someone is the directors are being fired and all of that. You didn't hear about the people getting fired from Naughty
they're-
Dog.
They're
They
scrapping
had a
everything
legit
and starting
reason.
from scratch.
They're scrapping this and stuff like this. Typically, with the budget that's going to have to go behind it, because it's a remake. It's not supposed to be the Last of Us Part 1 that says it's remake. It's really another remaster. This is supposed to be a full remake because the game came out on Xbox OG.
Yeah.
So you can't remaster this. It has to be a full, from the ground up, built for next gen. Okay, it has to be a remake. Games like this typically won't get shelved and taken back off, in my opinion.
just one last thing. You can't can a game be delayed if it was never had an official release window?
And that's why I said a game that we have no release date on has been delayed indefinitely.
Also, but
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
just to like give you guys a little bit of silver lining, just to give you guys a little bit of a silver lining. The game was like sort of remastered, like whenever like the Xbox One X and Series X happened and stuff like that, the original LG Xbox games got basically remastered for free, essentially. So if you put like a disc in for the Xbox original OG Xbox in your Series X, it'll basically download a 4K version of the game. It's gonna like basically up res it, up texture, and up performance and stuff like that.
FPS boost.
Yeah. So you can play the original game on your Series X and it'll look like cleaned up and badass and stuff like that. I've tried it with OG Xbox games and they actually look pretty decent. So
what's the swap for the black and white button? Like
wait, no, hold on. Didn't the OG Xbox only have 2 triggers, no bumpers? Or am I tweaking?
I don't remember there being bumpers on the OG Xbox.
Okay,
Y'all let
so
us know in the chat.
You can just you map it to the
On the
bumpers.
Duke.
I think you're right.
On the
I,
Duke.
don't
I
think
remember the black
yeah.
and white button.
Yeah.
I remember I was young, and I remember not
man.
being able to reach those black and white buttons without having to put my hand up.
Wait, like, let me just
Aw.
I'm just gonna type into the Google the back of the Duke and see what happens.
Shout out to the chat, D, Phantom Kraken, James, they're all letting us know, and Hulk letting us know that there was no bumper. So yeah.
Here we go.
But y'all are
Got
awesome.
it.
See, I love the fact that we are building a community here that we can ask a question, because sometimes I know me, I do it a lot, even as the host, my brain goes numb, and you guys jump in and help us, right or wrong. We appreciate y'all, because that's what happens when we build a dope community. Shout out to y'all. I had to make sure I give y'all some love for that, because everybody ain't got that.
Papa.
Facts.
I know
Yes,
this is gonna,
11.
I know this is gonna sound dark. I am glad if this game doesn't come out, because that way Trevor didn't miss it. And it's been a year,
Right.
so
I will say I would be much happier if they never touched this again versus them making it doing a horrible job. Do not bastardize the good memories I have of this game. If you can't do it right, just let it be where it's at.
That is true.
Appreciate you, Walt. My luck, the day I die, the next day they announced Scalebound. Because,
Or Avengers finally gets good.
It's gonna get a sequel. Okay, just make sure y'all add whenever y'all do my GoFundMe, make sure y'all do a dragon on the thing. That's gonna be my luck. That's gonna be it's Hugger's fault, bro. She took me down this path.
I didn't do anything, Your Honor.
That's gonna be my luck. I just know it, bro. Like I know whether it's 3 years from now or 30 years from now, I know that I'm gonna miss something that I'm anticipating.
Okay, if it's 30 years from now, the way technology is going, we'll be able to have our own dragons and ride them, or be stuck in VR. Like,
oh, I can't wait.
good.
I mean, well, my wife.
I just hope we have dragons, and not like the type of dragons from Rick and Morty.
I want some Daenerys dragons.
The slut dragons.
The slut dragons.
He's soul bonded. He's
yeah. We're gonna make this soul bonded dragon. No.
Bruh. Baron, do you need an
inhaler? It was one of the greatest moments on TV to see this cracked out scientist riding a dragon and they doing drugs to Molly Percocet. Great. I was like, this is real life. Idiocracy is just right on track. Like,
we're one step away from Blood Dragon, and I'm ready for it.
Ooh.
Cause that's gonna be.
What was his name? Colt. Not Colt. Wait, his name was Colt something.
Colt something.
Freaking James Sclevenger. # Team Slut Dragon. Let's go,
bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man.
See, this is worse. That's not worse than Ditto. It's not worse than the Ditto.
Oh, no. Let's not bring
Ditto,
that back up.
Lord.
I brought that about. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'd probably hand me a Ditto, bro. I'm just putting it out there.
Sir, you are married.
Yeah, man.
Hey, yo. Can you not?
That don't mean I can't have no Ditto.
You'd be like, sorry, Mrs. Barron. I don't need you. I'm going to the room with Ditto.
Baron, wouldn't that be you?
I'm gonna tell your wife you have a Ditto, bro. I'm snitching.
Hey, I'm gonna just look. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Look, I'm peeking around the corner. hey, look. A Ditto wouldn't be. Look.
No.
Everybody get a Ditto.
You said look way too much times for me to be comfortable with where that sentence is going.
Because we are also Team Slut Dragon is why you can't have a Ditto. And it's hump day. Shout out to y'all. Y'all too nasty. Y'all.
Hey,
it's horny, and that's the problem. No one gets to have a Ditto.
Who would y'all ask y'all Ditto to transform into?
Nobody that we could talk about on the podcast.
We'll talk about this is what we really need.
This is 2XP After Dark. Get the Patreon
going. Yeah, we got to get the Patreon
2XP After Dark. We can have these conversations. But listen, two things. Number one, shout out to y'all.
Also out here being
honest. God damn it.
With the tattoo or without the tattoo?
Yo, Steph said his will be Saucy Santana. Let's go. Material Gual.
With or without the tattoo? So I need to know. I need.
Okay.
Listen, two things. Number one, shout out to y'all in the chat for rocking with us, man. You guys are freaking amazing. We're on the very last part of the show, so it's really important if you haven't hit that like button and share the stream out. As y'all know, at the end of the show, we like to give suggestions to watch and or play for the week. With you guys in the chat, I want you guys to drop. Oh my God, Walter! I want you guys to drop suggestions for things you guys think we should watch or play, and I will read those out. I'm gonna start with my man Citizen Snips. What you got this week, brother?
All right, so something to watch. I'm a bit of a sadist, I suppose. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but although I was current with One Piece, the anime, I decided to start rewatching it. So y'all should watch that because I'm on episode 220 something now. So I'm on my
You're
way
a
back.
monster.
I'm on my way back to episode 1000 some odd something or other. So go watch that because it's great and you'll enjoy it. Something to play. I recently started playing this again after like a couple month long hiatus. Elden Ring. I never finished Elden Ring. I came back to it Monday with the epic. My epic return to Elden Ring was me taking on the Shardbearer Radon fight. And I was able to actually beat him after a few swear words and a couple tries. So that was successful. And now I'm exploring some giant cavern that opened up in the ground from a meteor he did meteor things with. So we'll see how that goes tonight. So go play that if you never finished that, if you're like me. I'm undecided if I'm at least committed to finishing out the main story bosses and finishing out the I guess you'd call it the primary narrative course.
Sure.
I'm undecided if I'm going to go full throttle and do the I need to kill every boss. So we'll see how that goes. It'll probably depend on how over leveled I can get because that's the only way I make it through this game is I grind, and if I can one shot the boss, I'm a happy camper. So those are my two. Those would be my two. Something to watch, something to play.
All right, headed over to the chat. Steph says watch One Piece. That's all. The GOAT. Hustle says play Def Jam Fight for New York. Throwback. Walt also says One Piece is GOATness. James Clever just says watch. Oh, here we go. He got one of my suggestions. Watch RRR. RRR. That's on Netflix and also with the Gray Man, which he also suggests. RRR is fire. It's 3 hours of greatness. You will not be disappointed watching RRR.
Yeah,
trust me.
If y'all never seen Bollywood action, it's over the top, insane craziness.
Dan says, watch the morning show on Apple TV. Many Yetis in the building. What's going on, Yeti? I'm always happy to see Yeti in the building rocking with us. Let's see. I recommend the anime 91 Days. That's from Flameser. Phantom Kraken says, play Brutal Legend. Y'all got the throwbacks today. I appreciate y'all. Many Yetis says, play Multiverses and watch and read One Piece. Donald said he just binged Young Sheldon. Chocolaka, before you give him suggestions, let's see the shirt. What is Chocolaka wearing? It's a segment that we do now.
There we go. It's
who would win?
Superman, One Punch Man, Goku.
Yeah, Superman and Goku are teaming up to try to fight Saitama, and Saitama, he just says
they're gonna need more than that.
Yeah,
they're gonna need more than that.
They're gonna need DC God.
Yeah, you're gonna need. Yeah, but go ahead, Chocolaka. What you got?
The one like the MCU's like or the Marvel Comics, the one above all has to be there just to help make it a fair fight. But anyways, I was gonna say there's like 3 quick things. Number 1, in theaters, if Family Fair is your thing, DC League of Super Pets is in theaters this weekend.
Going to go see that.
Starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart because they always have to make movies together like every year. So there's that. And then I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. It's really good. I like it. It's like dope as hell. It's not a game that you try to like blaze through, but I am doing it anyways, So there's a lot of content in that game. Didn't realize how good that game was. I was missing out. And then finally, I've been binge watching Westworld on HBO. The new season is airing right now, and it's really good. So there you go. That's it.
Hey, a couple of things. One, Dallas says watch My Hero Academia. But Dan says, what's the sub goal for a shirtless Chocolaka stream?
Man.
Oh my god.
3,000? 5,000?
Oh my god. How much? What was y'all's goals last year for the For the to make fame.
Now,
To make
yesterday's
fame.
price is not today's price.
Which he did not do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fame
true.
still, yeah.
You doing a
So you
Souls
want to come
plan
fix this damn
time?
thing?
I did the one chip challenge for the sake of
He
that
did.
charity, sir.
Yeah, he did.
did.
My
You
butthole
did.
paid an
So-
enormous price.
You know what? I know the amount. It's gonna be $6,969.69.
Somebody
Yes.
write it down.
69, 69, 69. There you go.
Oh my god.
And we
I'm
get
not
the
writing that
shirtless
down.
Chakalaka stream. Just putting it out there. Walter says, go ahead and watch Nope. Gonna watch it this Friday. All right, sis. We on you. What you got this week?
I'm gonna say before it leaves Game Pass, Game Pass
Pass.
play.
Okay.
I'm gonna blast that ass. Leaves Game Pass, go play Raji. It's a cute little. It's fun. And for TV shows, if you like K dramas, if you like C dramas, J dramas, it's on Netflix. The Extraordinary Attorney Woo. It's really, I'm enjoying it. I don't know if other people are gonna enjoy it, but it's worth going to watch. And Fame's favorite, as always, Uncanny Counter. Go catch up on it.
B, what you got, love? Wrong. I got y'all mixed
damn.
up. I used to say Hugger, what you got, love, and B, what you?
Hey,
B,
you
what you
spread
got,
some
bro?
love to Baron? You can.
My,
Walter, why are you coming
B,
after me on this Lord's Day of a Wednesday? We're
B,
not gonna miss your
B,
Jatusi.
what you got, Brody? Bro hamster? No. The OGs get the reference.
Right. I will say go play Shadowrun and get to the end and tell me what happens. Shadowrun Hong Kong. Because mine glitched out and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to go look it up online, but I want somebody else to go play all the way up to that point and let me know what happens after you recruit Faye Fu Wang, the
Spoilers.
vampire queen. Okay, good point. And then, then to watch. I've been rewatching. I like to make myself sad. I just watched. What's the anime with old girl? It's a movie and she's deaf and the kid was bullying her. It's killing me. I don't want to type in deaf anime girl because who knows what's gonna pop up. But yeah, it's gonna get weird. But yeah, it's on Netflix. I'm a sucker for like romantic comedies, and that's not a romantic comedy. But Marry Me. Watch the JLo Marry Me movie. It's great.
What? That movie kind of
Yeah.
low key sucked. I watched that.
Ain't nobody finna watch that, bro.
It was a great movie. What are you
It's
talking
Fame's
about? Go watch
favorite.
Marry Me. First off, rom-coms for the win. I do miss early 2000s rom-com music.
I kind of do too.
Yep.
Yeah.
The song is kind of low key
Yeah.
cringe, but whatever.
I'm out on that, bro. Listen, my
Go watch
suggestions:
Marry Me.
Multiverses. Go play it. I actually started
Silent
playing it
voice.
last
Thank
night.
you, Walt. Thank you, Flameser.
Look at him helping you out. I saw a suggestion in here from Yobi. I recommend Hug a Smile. It's a must. Look at that. I got to get the hug a love going in here.
I recommend Walt
Kids
never
Pain
says
said, "What's up?"
Jatusi. Walt and this goddamn Ditto Fame. What have you started?
Hey,
Thank
listen.
you, Daniel.
The Jatusi?
Go play
Really?
Multiverses. Go watch RRR. And My Uncle from Another World. Check out the anime. It's good.
How many episodes are up?
Depending on where you're watching it, I think it's only like 1 or 2 up on Netflix.
What
But
anime?
then My Uncle from Another World.
Okay, I think that one is exclusively on Netflix.
Is it just on Netflix? Okay.
As far as legal sites go, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
happened was on that note.
Yeah. But listen, yo, I will say this. Thank y'all for rocking out with us today, man. I needed this day. I needed to have some fun rocking out with my people, rocking out with the chat. Everything in life kind of just goes on the back end when I get to do this show. So I thank you guys once again for rocking out with us. Make sure you guys rock out with us tomorrow for Take 2. I'll be back with my sister, the Floor Hugger. Listen, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be Marvel heavy, to let you know. So if you're a Marvel fan, come out tomorrow because we will be Marvel heavy. Make sure you guys check out Starcross Gamers, which is happening on Sunday. And make sure you guys follow all of my people. There's descriptions in the description down below. It's linked to everybody's Twitter. Make sure you go give them a follow. With all of that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up to 212. This was WXP Podcast. Make sure you get your game news from lv1gaming.com. Look out for some big reviews and previews coming to our YouTube because we got the hookup from these awesome developers hooking us up with some pretty big titles. You guys have a great one. And we're out.
사랑해.
Onions.